What's up, guys? This is Collin Morrison, and this is the second installment of Scummy Unplugged. Even though it's a second edition, I'm really kind of going back, and it's more of kind of like an introduction. The first Scummy Unplugged last month, I interviewed Shane Bess, which was an amazing interview. But I kind of want to get back and explain to you guys what Scummy Unplugged is kind of going to be about. I'm going to be here long term, so that's why, I got a lot of big interviews, a lot of big time celebrities, and just a whole, everybody from top to the bottom, bottom to the top, however you want to say it, you know what I mean. So I kind of want to get back to maybe a little bit about me and what this thing's all about. A little about me. I don't know if you guys saw my deal I did with Tara Connor. She interviewed me, and it was good, but now I have my own section. I really just want to give you guys a little bit more in depth what this is all about. So for me, been a professional freestyle motocross rider for 15 years. That's for a lot of people that follow motocross, you guys know what it is. People that don't, I'm the kind of dude. Guys, I'm sure you guys have seen X Games, the guys on the dirt bikes that do the backflips, jumping 200 feet on a dirt bike. That's me. With that lifestyle, it came, it was a really fast-paced lifestyle. I guess, how do I even say it? From day one, I was breaking bones, and that obviously led into a lot of pain pills. I got my spleen taken out. I got metal in my feet. I've just broken a lot of bones as my career got bigger. It was a real rock and roll lifestyle, just traveling the world, jumping in front of thousands. And what I did was freestyle motocross. We were I'm one of the original members in the Metal Militia. Metal Militia was like the bad boys of motocross, but we really lived up to that name. Partying, the chicks, the drugs, going big, fights, it was just that was our lifestyle for a long time. I made a great living out of it. I got fairly big in the sport, and I think just with the fame and the lifestyle, I really got sucked in. A lot of people in my industry did. A lot of guys went the different route. They got wives. They figured out if I really train and quit partying, I could really do this. And a lot of my friends live in million dollar houses. They got everything in their lives. I didn't go that way. I kept on partying. I kept on going down that same road. I got into pain pills, led into, Vicodin, Norcos, got into Roxys, Oxycontin. I was snorting 10 Roxys a day. Obviously once you go down that route, it's game over, So, after I would do these jump shows and the after parties and the parties I would host, it was hard for me to switch the party switch off, I guess. I kept going, got into meth, coke. I was a blackout drinker. Opiates is really what did me in. I got into smoking heroin, smoking a gram a day. I'm not proud to say this to you guys. I'm just telling you guys my story. And the fact that I'm here and I got my own section in a sobriety magazine is amazing to me. But we'll go on. So yeah, I got into heroin. It got so bad that after I sold everything I had, and this is, I'm trying to sum up my life in this 10-minute video, but I had everything at one time. I started selling everything for heroin. That led into, and it's, how do you get into this? But I remember, I'm sure you guys maybe saw the intervention where the girl was huffing dust off, computer cleaner. My addiction got so bad after I ran out of stuff to sell. After I ran out of, I had no more money to go buy the heroin, my love. I got into huffing dust off because my body just had to get high. I had to get high. I couldn't get the stuff I wanted. So, I did hard drugs for a really long time. I got DUIs, never criminal stuff on my record. It's just all drunk in public, just a lot of stupid stuff. Anyways, where am I going with this? The dust off. I got into that for about 3 months. That's when I really lost everything. At age 30, I was going into Best Buy's, Targets, passing out in Best Buy, and target. You know, it sounds crazy, but that's where my addiction led me to, and that's how serious this addiction is. You know, I just had to be high. It didn't matter what didn't matter what it was. Bottom line, you know, I got into that ruined my life. It ended up I remember like yesterday, but I huffed. I went to Target. I forgot where I was going, but I passed out in my truck, and I remember I woke up in my truck with a foot on the gas pedal. I ran straight into a semi. Grace of God, I didn't kill anybody. And I'm only telling this story. You know, I'm very embarrassed, but I'm hopefully with the Scummy Unplugged in this magazine that we can share that you can get your life back through sobriety. But that day, how I didn't kill somebody, it's still hard for me to talk. You know, that's the hardest thing for me to accept, that I could have really killed somebody. I went to jail, Twin Towers jail in LA. I was happy to be in there because I didn't want to live at that time. Like every single day I just wanted to be dead. And, you know, just addiction took over my life. I was raised from a very good family. They never did drugs. They never drank. You know, I just grew up in a town where everybody knew everybody. I was not this person that drugs turned me into. So yeah, I went to jail after that. You know, my dad and my parents took me to rehab. They knew I had a problem, but you know, as an addict, I was a very good liar saying I didn't have a problem. I went to rehab, and that's where my life changed. It's hard for me to express the feeling I had when I went to rehab. You know, I really wanted it. There's people that go to rehab when they're not ready, and they'll go right back out. I wanted it. Anybody can have this, you guys. If people out there are dealing with addiction, trust me, you can get your life back. From a guy that was on, you know, had seizures getting off, Valium, Xanax, addicted to opiates, crystal, coke, blackout drinker, to even passing out in Target and Best Buy, you guys. That's how disgusting and how low I got. I went to rehab and I got my life back. I listened to what they told me in rehab because they actually know what they're talking about. I know as addicts, you think you know everything, but you really don't. So I put the white flag up in my life. I listened to what they had to tell me. I made sobriety number 1. I went to meetings. Bottom line is, you know, I can get into it, but I just made sobriety number 1 in my life. Everything started to open up. And I remember when I was new in sobriety, I remember going to meetings and just, you know, I was a guy in the back always listening to all these people that they're making sobriety number 1. They're doing this 12-step thing. And they just keep saying all these miracles that happen. And I was just sitting back like, yeah, man, this is just a bunch of whatever, you know. I was a couple days sober, but you know what? I made sobriety number 1 in my life, and I have everything back. I'm not telling you guys this because somebody's telling me to say this. I'm telling you guys because it works. You go to rehab, you know, go to AA meetings, NA meetings, whatever it is, define sobriety, and you get your whole life back. I'm married now. I got 4 businesses, successful businesses. I even have my own section right now in a sobriety magazine. Who would have thought? You know, I think back to the times when I was passed out, blacked out, in jail, passed out in Target, looking up above, and people are around me calling 911, and I'm here today. It's amazing. So my goal in Scummy Unplugged, this is the introduction. Even though this is episode 2, it's kind of more going backwards a little bit because this thing is going to get really big. I am going to interview, real like high profile, extreme sports athletes, just a lot of cool people that have the same story as mine to show you guys that you can get your life back. And, I just feel that like in this section, I want to show the young kids and, you know, the kids that maybe they listen to the Dare Cops or their parents. You know, I just feel that kids, maybe they won't listen to those type of people. Maybe they'll listen to like the people I'm going to bring on, the more extreme guys and, you know, people like me, you know. We're just telling you guys how it is, you know. So that's my goal in this section. Sobriety is cool. I still go out to bars. I still host parties. And I don't mean go to bars like by myself, but I go with my friends. You know, that's for me. I can go out there. I go to meetings. I make sobriety number one. I can still have fun. I'm back. I'm riding my dirt bike again after I lost the love of it from drugs. And I'm just telling you guys that you can still be rad. You can still go out and have fun. Way better sober. And you realize once you get sober, like when you go to bars and like you just see who your real friends are, you know? I just look at it like back when you go to clubs and everybody's drunk, it's all a bunch of BS. Like all your boys, like, oh, I love you, oh, you're so sick, oh man, dude, I'd do anything for you. Like, would you really say that sober? No, you just realize like how much BS it is. And I just think it's a lot more fun going, for me, like going out to clubs and everything. You just see like people go up and then they go down really quick. And for me, I'm just ready at all times. Like I leave there, I come home, I'm fired up. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I run like 3 miles. I go to work. I'm just like fired up. And everybody that found sobriety is like this. And when you're in addiction, you don't think you can get this way, but you can. I feel like I'm 12 years old again, and it's an amazing life. My goal in this is to show you guys that you can get your life back. This magazine it's amazing. I'm 5 years sober, 5 years and 6 months and 23 days to be exact. I'm not sure on the minutes and seconds, but who knows? I'm saying I didn't have anything like this magazine, like an outlet or like maybe like this section. I didn't know where to reach to. So this magazine is just an amazing source where you can, you know, if my Scummy Unplugged isn't a thing for you, go to the next page, go to the page before, maybe there's something else. But it's a good outlet, tips, stories, my section to show you guys you can get sober. It's rad. You can get your life back. So this is the introduction. I got a lot of cool people coming up. Let's see. Next guy is going to be cool, but 2 more issues. I'm sorry, I'm a little stuttering a little bit. 2 more issues. I got a really big guy. You guys will know his name, and it's an amazing story. He's actually never told his story before, so it's going to be really cool. So you guys, thank you. You're going to be seeing a lot of me, so I hope you guys ain't sick of me, but that's my story in a nutshell, and that's Scummy Unplugged. We'll see you guys next time, and it's just going to get bigger and better. Thank you, guys.
Let's plan, jump over the train. Yeah, got to. That's bigger than 90 feet, huh? Think?
It looks bigger than 90 feet from you, dude.
This, huh? I have no idea, dude. I'm just going to pin it.
If you go too far, that's another 5 right down the other side.
Or the baby shit tricks, man. I go for the big jumps.